Hello friends, Namaskar. In today's session, we will try to learn some of the advantages and disadvantages of online education. As you know, in today's pandemic scenario, we are using this mode of curriculum transaction. But before that, I will try to highlight some of the very important recommendations of the UNESCO International Commission for the education of the 21st century. As you know, this commission was headed by Jacques Delors and Dr. Karan Singh, a very learned person from India, represented our country in this commission. Friends, this commission has stipulated four pillars of education of the 21st century. चार आधार स्तंभ इन्होंने दिए हैं. And what are these? Pillar number 1, learning to learn. Pillar number 2, learning to do. Pillar number 3, learning to be. And pillar number 4, learning to live together. What is learning to learn and why it is important? Because the world is changing at the rate of, I think, it is very fast. The rate of change is very fast. And it is very difficult to cope up with the change. Learning to do, this is related with skill. And what is skill? Skill is that capacity which enables us to perform the given task in minimum time by using minimum resources. So that is important. And then it is learning to be. What are my strengths and what are my weaknesses? Those are to be identified. And then I will develop myself accordingly. So that is the issue behind learning to be. Learning to live together, this is very important, especially for our country, because we are having so many religions in our country, so many castes are there, so many cultural differences are there, and it is not easy to integrate all this. So learning to live together is very important as far as our country is concerned. Friends, every pillar is having some objective behind it, but I will not go into the details of all the pillars. I will focus on learning to learn and why it is important. As you know, one thing which is very new today, it will become old by tomorrow. Our today's education is tiffin education. It is not everlasting because the world changes at a faster rate and it is very difficult to update our knowledge. School and colleges and university will be with us only for a few years of our life, and after that it is our duty to update ourselves as far as knowledge and recent researches and new things are concerned. So it is very important to know how to learn. किस प्रकार से ज्ञान प्राप्त किया जाए, मैं समझता हूँ ये वर्तमान युग की सबसे बड़ी आवश्यकता है और यह कला, यह कौशल सबके पास होना चाहिए. यह यदि नहीं है तो हम जमाने के पीछे रह जाएंगे. तो ये चारों पिलर्स देखिए, पहले को कहा है ज्ञान योग, जो गीता में भी बताया गया है. दूसरा जो है वह कर्म योग, यह भी गीता में दिया हुआ है. तीसरा जो है आत्मयोग, इसका भी जिक्र धार्मिक ग्रंथों में, गीता में हमको मिलेगा. लर्निंग टू लिव टुगेदर, सहन योग, और ये नए जमाने की जरूरत है. यह योग नया है और जब तक अनलेस एंड अनटिल we are having tolerance, we cannot live together. जब तक हमें सहन शक्ति नहीं है, तब तक हम दूसरों के साथ ठीक से नहीं रह सकते. यह वास्तविकता है. So I will mainly focus on the first issue, that is learning to learn. The definition of causing to learn is teaching. This is perhaps the most important, beautiful, and relevant definition of teaching. Teaching, in fact, doesn't mean that what I am knowing and that is imparting to student. Imparting knowledge is only one aspect of teaching. It is, in fact, causing to learn is teaching. So that is important. And this becomes very much relevant for acquiring knowledge. And in today's scenario, we know most of the educational institutions are using online tools and applications for imparting education. And most of the times, the student is entrusted with the responsibility of acquiring knowledge himself or herself. बच्चे को खुद को ही ज्ञान प्राप्त करना है, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन मोड में टीचर तो है, कुछ हद तक बच्चों को बता देगी, गाइडलाइंस दे देंगी या दे देंगे. उसके बाद जो भी चीजें बचती है उसकी जिम्मेदारी बच्चे के ऊपर ही है, छात्र के ऊपर है. तो यह बिल्कुल ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. एंड एज यू नो, देयर आर सो मेनी टूल्स एंड एप्स. Truly speaking, there are more than 5 lakhs learning platforms, then learning apps and tools as we are having today. And what is application? It is in fact larger and complex piece of software, whereas a tool is typically designed for a specific purpose. दो में अंतर है. लर्निंग ऐप और लर्निंग टूल एक ही नहीं है. लर्निंग ऐप जो है उसका स्कोप ज़्यादा है, इट इज़ ब्रॉडर कंसेप्ट. बट लर्निंग ऐप जो है वह किसी स्पेसिफिक चीज़ से जुड़ा होगा. तो ये दोनों में अंतर है. और देखिए, हम इसका उपयोग तो निश्चित रूप से करते हैं, पर इसके क्या फायदे हैं इसके बारे में कई लोग नहीं सोचते. और यही मैं इस वीडियो के माध्यम से बताना चाहूँगा कि इन ऐप्स से और टूल्स के क्या फायदे हैं. व्हाट आर द एडवांटेजेस और बेनिफिट्स ऑफ एजुकेशन एप्लीकेशंस एंड टूल्स. These tools are flexible. First advantage, these are very flexible. One can use it as per his or her learning pace, as per his or her capacities and intelligence and time available. Then these are accessible also because of the connectivity. These tools are accessible to anyone at any place and at any point of time. Here also again there are 3 A's. These tools and apps are available to every person in any corner of the world and at any time or point of time. So this is important. Then infotainment. What is infotainment? It is actually a combination of interest and entertainment, and the world becomes infotainment. So interest and information. Info means information, and then again entertainment is there. So this information is acquired by interesting way, by entertaining way. Then these apps are limitless. There is no limit. You can use it at any extent. And there is actually lot of knowledge is there in-depth knowledge is available, and the student can access whatever he or she wants. These are available on 24/7 basis. ये तो हमेशा के लिए 24 घंटे हमारे लिए उपलब्ध है। रात को 2 बजे आपकी नींद खुल गई, आपने चाहा कि मैं कुछ देखना चाहूँगा, अचीवमेंट के बारे में कुछ पढ़ना चाहूँगा, तो आपको सारी चीज़ें अवेलेबल हो जाएगी। Optimum utilization of time. These apps and tools are useful for utilizing our time to the optimum level. Updated information. हम लोग जब टीवी पर न्यूज़ देखते हैं तो मुझे इस बात की हमेशा हैरानी होती है कि हमारे जो बड़े बड़े नेता हैं, देश की जनसंख्या आज भी 130 करोड़ पर वहीं वहीं पर रुके हुए हैं। वास्तव में आज हमारे देश की जनसंख्या 139 करोड़ है। तो अपडेटिंग ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन is very much available on these resources. In-depth knowledge, as I have stated earlier, knowledge up to micro level is available on these tools and apps, and student can access it as per his or her convenience. As far as time is available, he can access. Then these are cost efficient also. If I am going to attend a period in the college, then I have to travel a lot by bus, by motorcycle, by scooty, or say by car, and I have to invest money and time also. But here, these tools and apps are available. It is at your doorsteps. So these are cost efficient, environment friendly. These tools and apps are paperless, and in order to prepare paper, we have to use so many trees and bamboos, and vegetation goes on decreasing, and that causes environmental problems. But these tools and apps are in fact environment friendly. Consistent. Consistency is definitely there, because in schools and colleges and universities, so many interruptions are there. Interruption because of some strike, because of some problem as we are facing today, then because of holidays and vacations, examinations, so many reasons are there. However, these online tools and apps are consistent. These are learner friendly, very much useful to the learner. Learner can learn at his or her pace and capacities. So these are learner friendly. These are personalized. This is actually all the apps and tools. We can use them personally according to our personal convenience and capability. Comfortable. These are very comfortable. By sitting on the sofas and chairs, you can use it. Helps in fulfilling dreams of the learner. Many of the persons have to leave their education when after completion of high school, or say first or second year of the college, because of so many problems. Problems may be family problems, economic problems, and the changing circumstances. So many problems are there. So many persons are compelled to leave their education. They cannot complete their education, but these apps and tools are very much helpful to get the education completed through the open universities. In Maharashtra, we do have Yashwantrao Chauhan Maharashtra Open University. At the national level, we do have Indira Gandhi National Open University, and so many open universities are there. In most of the states, they are having their own open universities. So these are actually available and helpful for fulfilling dreams of the learner, helpful in tracking the progress. These are helpful. Up to what extent I am actually completing my studies and what I have to do further. These are helpful in tracking the progress also. So this is very important because these apps are helpful to trace, to find out where I am. Then there are some disadvantages also. So many advantages are there. I have mentioned some of them, but simultaneously we have to focus on the disadvantages also. Each and everything in the world has two faces, two sides, as the coin has the two sides. Similarly, each and every app and tool and every means has two faces. So this is actually, after advantages, we have to focus on disadvantages of the educational apps and tools. Software issues. So many software issues are there. Many a times, whatever software are available, we find them, they are not actually working. So that problem is always there. Challenges due to hardware. कोई मोबाइल कभी काम नहीं कर रहा, कभी लैपटॉप काम नहीं कर रहा, कभी टैबलेट काम नहीं कर रहा, ये सारे इश्यूज उसमें आ सकते हैं. Distraction from the subject. It is very difficult to focus attention on our particular subject because so much information is available. सारी जानकारी है तो छात्र जो है उस जानकारी के साथ बहता हुआ चला जाता है. उसको ये भी ध्यान नहीं रहता कि मैं क्या देख रहा था और कहाँ पहुंच गया. सो दैट इश्यू इज ऑलवेज देयर. डिस्ट्रैक्शन फ्रॉम द सब्जेक्ट. जो हमारा फोकस था, जो हमारा उद्देश्य था कि इस चीज के ज्ञान को हम प्राप्त करना चाहेंगे, कभी कभी ये हो जाता है कि वह दूर रह जाता है. मिसयूज. This is especially relevant as far as adolescents and younger students are concerned. बच्चे को आपने एक कक्ष में बिठा दिया है, उसको लैपटॉप थमा दिया है, उसको टैबलेट थमा दिया है और वह पीरियड अटेंड कर रहा है. अब माँ बाप को या घर के लोगों को पता ही नहीं कि वह पीरियड अटेंड कर भी रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है, क्योंकि कमरे में उसको बंद होना है, डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं होना चाहिए इसलिए. और कभी कभी बच्चा जो है इसका मिसयूज भी कर सकता है, बिल्कुल कर सकता है, तो इसका भी ध्यान रखना होगा. लैक ऑफ कनेक्टिविटी. This issue is always there, especially in countries like India. So many issues are there as far as connectivity is concerned. कभी तो कुछ बिजली नहीं है, कभी देखा जाए तो फिर इंटरनेट फैसिलिटी नहीं है, या है तो स्पीड इतना कम है कि वह काम ही नहीं कर रहा है. सो लैक ऑफ कनेक्टिविटी इज ऑलवेज देयर. मोबाइल टावर है, कभी कभी वो गायब हो गया, ये भी होता है. सो दिस इश्यूज आर ऑलवेज देयर. लैक ऑफ एक्सेसिबिलिटी. जैसे मैंने पहले भी कई बार बताया कि एक्सेसिबिलिटी ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा इशू है. कोई चीज उपलब्ध होना और वह मिल जाना, दो में काफी अंतर होता है. यदि मैं बाजार से गोल्ड खरीदना चाहूँ, सोना खरीदना चाहूँ, तो करोड़ों रुपए का खरीद सकता हूँ, पर इसका मतलब ये कभी नहीं होगा कि वह मुझे मिल गया. उपलब्ध तो है, पर उपलब्ध होने का मतलब यह नहीं होता कि वह चीज मुझे मिल गई. बाजार में मोबाइल 5,000 का भी मिलेगा और 1 लाख रुपए का भी मिलेगा, पर यह जरूरी नहीं कि बाजार में होने के बाद हर बच्चे के पास वह पहुंच जाए. आज भी हमारी जनसंख्या का एक बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा है जिसके पास 2 समय के रोटी की भी व्यवस्था नहीं, और उसके पास यदि ये चीजें नहीं है तो कोई आश्चर्य की बात नहीं है. तो इसका भी डर बहुत बड़ा है कि कहीं हमारे छात्र दो भागों में, दो क्लासेस में ना डिवाइड हो जाए. एक तो वे इनके पास सब फैसिलिटीज है और दूसरा क्लास उनका जिनके पास ये कुछ भी नहीं है. जिनके पास कुछ भी नहीं है, दे विल बिकम आउट ऑफ स्ट्रीम. वह तो हमारे शिक्षा प्रवाह से बाहर हो जाएगी. उनको इस ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन का कोई उपयोग नहीं होगा. ट्राइबल एरिया में रहने वाला बच्चा है, नक्सलाइट एरिया में रहने वाला बच्चा है, ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में रहने वाला बच्चा है, अब उसके गांव में कुछ भी नहीं है तो आप क्या कर लोगे, उसके पास ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन का कोई पर्याय तो है नहीं, ऑफलाइन जो भी कुछ मिल पाएगा वही उसके पास पहुंच सकता है, और ये एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या बिल्कुल हो सकती है. सो दीज आर दी disadvantages of educational apps and tools. I have mentioned only 6, but there are many disadvantages. In fact, those are countless, and I have mentioned only 6 of the possible disadvantages. You can think yourself what are the other disadvantages. So, as I have mentioned, there are always two things, advantages and disadvantages. So, when we are imparting education online, we must keep into mind that we have to use the apps and tools at their optimum level to utilize the maximum advantage is our skill, and how to overcome the disadvantages is again that depends on our skill. So I hope this video will definitely help you to think about the advantages and disadvantages of the learning apps and tools, and in short, online learning. Thank you.